walked alone through desert wide. No roof above, no place to hide. With dust and heat and sky so pale, he walked the path where strong hearts fail. The wind would howl, the sun would blaze, but still he walked those 40 days. With every step his flesh grew weak, yet still he climbed the highest peak. 40 days with no bread or bed, led by the Spirit where angels tread. Tempted and tried, but still he stayed in holy silence. He obeyed. The rocks grew sharp beneath his feet, but faith became his daily meat. No crown, no crowd, no earthly cheer, just heaven's voice to hold him near. He fasted not to prove his might, but to prepare for darkest fight. 40 days with no bread or bed, led by the Spirit where angels tread. Tempted and tried, but still he stayed in holy silence. He obeyed. And when the night gave way to day, the sun stood strong. The path made way.
He stood alone, stomach bare. The desert winds were sharp with glare. Then came a voice smooth like a thread. If you're the sun, turn stones to bread. The rocks looked around like loaves they seemed, but deeper hunger still redeemed. No, he replied with steady breath, man doesn't live by bread alone. He said, you stones to bread, a tempting call, but truth was stronger than the fall. He fed on words the prophet said, a deeper feast the soul was fed. The silence cracked, but he stood still, not bound to hunger nor to will. He faced the lie with heaven's sword and answered darkness with the word. The pain was real, the need was loud, but faith stood tall and would not bow. He stones to bread, a tempting call, but truth was stronger than the fall. He fed on words the prophet said, a deeper feast the soul was fed. So when the craving steals your peace, remember bread is not your feast. where kingdoms lay, the world beneath in grand display. With eyes like fire, the lyre grin. All this is yours if you just give in. No need to bleed, no cross, no grave. Just bow once here, I'll let you save. The thrones, the gold, the song, the fame. Just bend your knee and speak my name. The tempter's bargain sounds so sweet, a crown without the nail-pierced feet. But love won't trade the truth for lies. He chose the cross, not compromise. But Jesus stood with fire, and I worship the Lord alone. His cry with holy words, the spell was torn, and Satan fled that desert morn. Not all that's high is heaven's call, not every crown is worth the fall. The tempter's bargain sounds so sweet, a crown without the nail-pierced feet. But love won't trade the truth for lies. He chose the cross, not compromise. So when you're shown the world again, remember who withstood the shame. Call the tempter's bargain sounds so sweet, a crown without the nail-pierced feet. But love won't trade the truth for lies. He chose the cross, not compromise. Not Alone in the silence, the offer was made. A crown without thorns, a shortcut parade. But truth has no bargain, and grace has no pride. So he turned to the darkness and firmly replied, "Get behind me, you ancient lie. You speak of power, but your ways deny. Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word from God's own throne." The wind it howled through the barren land, but Jesus stood with a lifted hand. No sword, no shout, no earthly might, just holy fire and heaven's light. The path ahead would break his flesh, but love would rise through death afresh. He would not kneel to fleeting pride. The King of truth cannot be bribed. Get behind me, you ancient lie. You speak of power, but your ways deny. Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word from God's own throne. In every heart the voice still speaks. When shadows fall and spirits weak, hold fast to light, don't buy the lie. The Son of God stood strong and high. So when the tempter whispers low, say what he said so long ago. Get behind me. Get behind me, you ancient lie. You speak of power, but your ways deny. Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word from God's own throne. But by every word from God's own throne.
shores of Galilee, where nets were cast into the sea. Two brothers paused, their hands still wet. He called their names, they won't forget. Leave your boat, your trade, your tide. Step into faith, walk by my side. Not just the fish that fill the sea, but hearts of men you'll catch with me. Come follow me, the Savior said, with eyes that saw beyond their bread. No silver promise, no worldly fame, just love that burns like holy flame. They drop their nets without a word, hearts awakened by what they heard, not knowing where the road would lead, but finding Him was all they need. So many walk with doubts today. Still He whispers, come this way. Not just for saints or perfect men, but for the broken He calls again. Come follow me, the Savior said, with eyes that saw beyond their bread. No silver promise, no worldly fame, just love that burns like holy flame. So cast your net into my sea and lose the world to follow me. The shore where the waters roll, He called the weary, the young, the old, with nets still dripping, hearts unsure. He offered a life that would endure. James and John, they heard the name, left their father, left the flame. From family boats to unknown seas, they followed Him on bended knees. You'll cast no more for silver fins, but for broken hearts and wayward sins. I'll teach you how to cast and mend, to bring lost souls to life again. No scrolls in hand, no crowns, no might, just land and hearts to pierce the night. They followed footsteps in the sand, led by love and His command. From lake to town, from hill to plain, they cast the truth, they bore the flame. Still echoes loud that voice back then, come walk with me, fishers of men. You'll cast no more for silver fins, but for broken hearts and wayward sins. I'll teach you how to cast and mend, to bring lost souls to life again. Let your nets fall one last time and follow love beyond the line. The feast was full, the laughter high in Cana's hills beneath blue sky. But then the jars ran empty dry, a whisper passed, a worried sigh.
She turned to him, the mother's plea. They've no more wine for joy to be. He spoke with calm, his time not near. Yet something stirred the servant's ear.
Fill the jars with water clear, pour it out with holy fear. The first of signs, so sweet, divine. He turned the water into wine. The steward sipped, and eyes grew wide. This is the best, he called with pride, not knowing where or how or why. A miracle had passed them by.
No thunder cracked, no mountains moved, but hearts awakened, faith approved. In quiet joy his glory shone, and seeds of wonder gently sown.
Fill the jars with water clear, pour it out with holy fear. The first of signs, so sweet, divine. He turned the water into wine. So when your joy feels lost in time, remember Cana's wedding wine.
He walked through gates of stone and flame to find the house that bore God's name. But coins rang loud and doves were caged, and holy ground defiled by trade. His eyes burned bright, his heart beat loud. He saw the greed among the crowd. He turned the tables, cracked the air with cords of justice, bold and bare. This is my Father's sacred place, not for the thief, not for disgrace. Tear down your gold, lay down your pride. Let mercy be the flame inside. The leaders gasped, the people stared, but none could stand the truth he bared. The temple shook with holy cry as heaven's fire passed them by. Not just the walls, but hearts he swept to stir the soul that once had slept. And every crack where darkness grew, he filled with light and made it new. Oh, this is my Father's sacred place, not for the thief, not for disgrace. Tear down your gold, lay down your pride.
quiet soul in silence lay, longing for the promised day, when truth would rise and show the way. Then came a voice from Galilee, a friend who said, "Come now and see. Can anything good from Nazareth start?" He asked with wonder in his heart. But then he spoke, "I saw you there, before your words had touched the air. A heart laid bare, a soul undone." He whispered, "Rabbi, you are the one." The sky grew still, the fig leaves swayed, a holy hush around him stayed. The Son of God had called his name, and nothing ever felt the same. You'll see the heavens open wide, with angels rising, angels slide. On Son of Man the ladder's light, the dawn has come to end the night. But then he spoke, "I saw you there, before your words had touched the air. A heart laid bare, a soul undone." He whispered, "Rabbi, you are the one." Beneath the fig tree's humble dome, he found the truth, and truth found home.
Wedding crowd was full and loud. The jars were dry, no wine allowed. Mary leaned in, eyes full of grace. She turned to him and searched his face. "It's not my time," he softly said. Yet still he rose and bowed his head. With water drawn and faith so wide, the first sign flowed with none to hide. The glory whispered through the wide, a quiet start, a sacred sign. No thunderclap, no trumpet rang, just love revealed where laughter sang. Then in the courts his voice rang clear. He overturned what hearts held dear. "Not in my house," he boldly cried, "and holy fire burn the pride." From Candace's joy to Temple's flame, the sun began to speak his name. With signs and words the dawn would spread, the living light the prophet said. A glory whispered through the wide, a quiet start, a sacred sign. No thunderclap, no trumpet rang, just love revealed where laughter sang. whispered through the wine, a quiet start, a sacred sign. No thunderclap, no trumpet rang, just love revealed where laughter sang. So when you doubt the path you take, remember signs the Savior makes. It starts in her